the Mario, the untold story of gaming's greatest hero. It all began in a crowded arcade in 1981, with a tiny pixel named Jumpman. Little did the world know, this mustachioed plumber would jump into our hearts, race through kingdoms, and become the hero of generations. For decades later, Mario isn't just a character, he's a legend. But who is the man behind the cap and overalls? Let's step into the world of the ultimate gaming icon. Our story begins in 1981, in a small Japanese game studio called Nintendo. At the time, arcade games were taking the world by storm, and a young game designer named Shigeru Miyamoto was about to create something unforgettable. In a game called Donkey Kong, players controlled a tiny pixelated character known as Jumpman. He wasn't a plumber yet, he was just a carpenter trying to save a damsel in distress from a giant, mischievous ape. The graphics were simple, the sounds were beeps and boops, but something magical happened. Players instantly connected with this little hero who could jump over barrels and climb ladders. Jumpman's courage and determination jumped off the screen. At first, he was just a series of pixels, a little man with a red hat, blue overalls, and a mustache, a design born out of necessity for simple animation. But his personality shone through in his actions, brave, persistent, and always moving forward, no matter the obstacle. Fans crowded arcades, lining up to guide Jumpman through perilous levels and cheering every time he reached the top. It was here, in these smoky, crowded arcades, that the world first fell in love with a hero who would soon evolve into something far greater. Jumpman had sparked the imagination of millions, but little did anyone know that this carpenter would soon become Mario, the mustachioed plumber who would define a generation of gaming. After conquering the arcades as Jumpman, our little hero was ready for a transformation. It was time for him to step out of the shadows of Donkey Kong and into a world that would soon be known as the Mushroom Kingdom. In 1983, Nintendo made a bold move. Jumpman needed a proper name, a proper identity, and thus, he became Mario, reportedly named after Mario Segal, the landlord of Nintendo of America's warehouse. Suddenly, the pixelated carpenter wasn't just a character on a screen, he was a fully realized hero with a name, a mission, and a growing personality. With this new identity came a new world. The 1983 arcade game, Mario Brothers, introduced his brother Luigi, setting the stage for a legendary partnership. The duo would battle creatures emerging from the sewers, proving that Mario wasn't just brave, he was unstoppable. Fans were captivated by the dynamic between the brothers, the playful adventures, and the sense of fun that Nintendo had perfected. This was the birth of a true icon. Mario's red cap, overalls, and unmistakable mustache became symbols recognized across the globe. What started as a simple arcade character was now a hero with heart, humor, and an ever-growing fan base. From the bustling arcades of the 1980s to living rooms around the world, Mario was no longer just a game, he was a legend in the making. By 1985, Mario was ready to leave the arcades behind and take a giant leap into living rooms worldwide. Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, wasn't just a game, it was a revolution, and it would define a generation of gamers. In the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario became more than a hero, he became a symbol of courage, determination, and adventure. His mission was simple but epic: rescue Princess Peach from the clutches of the fearsome Bowser, the king of the Koopas. Each level was a world filled with challenges, treacherous pits, Goombas, Koopa Troopas, and hidden secrets waiting to be discovered. With every jump, every power-up mushroom, and every fireball, players were pulled deeper into Mario's magical universe. The power-ups themselves became legendary. The Super Mushroom transformed Mario into Super Mario, the Fire Flower gave him fiery powers, and the Starman made him invincible. Every item was a small miracle, giving players the thrill of growth, strength, and triumph. Mario's world was more than enemies and obstacles, it was alive with imagination. Pipes led to secret areas, hidden blocks held surprises, and every coin collected was a reward that made players feel like they were part of Mario's journey. And then there was Luigi, his loyal brother, stepping alongside him, ready for cooperative adventure. With Super Mario Bros., Mario jumped from a simple arcade character to a household name. Children, teenagers, and even adults couldn't get enough of the colorful worlds, memorable music, and thrilling gameplay. Mario didn't just save a princess, he captured the hearts of millions and became the face of Nintendo's golden era. No hero stands alone, and Mario's adventures are no exception. Behind every leap and every daring rescue, he has allies to support him and enemies to challenge him. These characters didn't just populate the Mushroom Kingdom, they gave Mario's world life, depth, and heart. First, there's Luigi, Mario's taller, slightly shy, but equally courageous brother. Often by his side, Luigi brings humor, loyalty, and bravery to every adventure. Together, the brothers became an unstoppable duo, whether facing perilous castles or racing across colorful tracks in Mario Kart. Then there's Princess Peach, the beloved ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom. While often the damsel in distress, Peach is more than just someone to rescue. She's wise, kind, and powerful in her own right, with her magical abilities and unshakable courage. Her relationship with Mario adds warmth and purpose to every journey. No story would be complete without a villain, and Mario's nemesis is none other than Bowser, the king of the Koopas. Towering, fire-breathing, and relentless, Bowser represents every obstacle Mario must overcome. From kidnapping Peach to wreaking havoc across kingdoms, Bowser's schemes are the driving force behind Mario's heroism. And then there's the unforgettable cast of friends and foes: Yoshi, the lovable dinosaur companion who can gobble enemies; Toad, the loyal Mushroom Kingdom citizen; Donkey Kong, Mario's old rival turned ally; and countless Koopa Troopas, Goombas, and mischievous minions who challenge him at every turn. Each character adds color, humor, and excitement, making Mario's adventures feel alive, vibrant, and unforgettable. Together, these allies and enemies form the heartbeat of Mario's world. They're not just side characters, they are the friends who cheer him on, the rivals who test his limits, and the family that makes every adventure legendary. Over 40 years have passed since the tiny pixel named Jumpman first jumped onto arcade screens. Today, Mario is no longer just a character, he is a symbol, a pioneer, and a legend. From the 8-bit worlds of the NES to the sprawling kingdoms of modern consoles, Mario has inspired generations of gamers, designers, and storytellers alike. With over 200 million games sold worldwide, countless spin-offs, animated shows, movies, and even theme parks, Mario has leaped far beyond the screen. He is a cultural icon recognized around the globe, proof that a simple idea, paired with creativity and heart, can change the world. But Mario's true legacy isn't just in the numbers or the merchandise. It's in the memories of players who stayed up late collecting coins, discovering secret levels, and cheering every time Mario triumphed. It's in the friendships forged over cooperative play and the joy of sharing adventures across generations. Mario reminds us all of the power of imagination, courage, and a little bit of fun. So, what do you think? Which Mario adventure holds a special place in your heart? Who's your favorite ally or enemy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's celebrate the hero who has been with us through every jump, every pipe, and every unforgettable adventure.